Albion College. Where academic challenge is a tradition and where the student-teacher relationship is treasured.
The teachers know you. They recognize each person as an individual and try and work with them to bring out the best that they can do.
It wasn't so much a genuine move to power sharing in South Africa as it was an attempt to convince the rest of the world that apartheid was being reformed.
If I needed to, I could talk to anybody, any professor that I had. That's what's great about the school, is that you have a lot of student-teacher interaction.
They really make that effort to not just walk through a textbook with you or something like that, but to try and bring things alive.
Hitler, I think, regarded foreign policy as a means only to another end, and that was war.
And they've pushed me farther than I ever thought I'd be pushed. It's great.
Demanding academic programs, friendships with faculty, involvement in the community. These are some of the components of the experience students discover at Albion College. And the greatest of the parts is the commitment to good teaching.
The teachers are really good in the classroom, all of them. They're here because of us. That's really important to me, that our classes are small enough so that they know my first name.
I've had a religion course with 4 people in it. And as a matter of fact, I'm taking a religion course with the president of the college right now that has 7 students in it. I mean, that in itself is a unique experience, to be able to take a course with the president.
Being back in the classroom has been the most sustaining part of this semester for me. There's really no way to experience what happens in the college at its heart without being in the classroom. Faculty have that great privilege.
Adolf Hitler was determined upon war sooner or later.
If the heart of Albion is its teaching, then the soul of this liberal arts college can be seen in the camaraderie and personal interaction between teachers and students.
Students in that class meet a number of the faculty at noon to play basketball. We've often said that you can come to Albion College where you not only can trade ideas with the faculty, but elbows. And that's a nice way to sort of round out the relationship. And we learn a lot of things from each other outside of the classroom as well as inside.
The college is located in the town of Albion, 90 miles west of Detroit and 175 miles east of Chicago. Settlers founded Albion along the banks of the Kalamazoo River in 1835, the same year the college was established. There's a hometown atmosphere which welcomes new students when they arrive on campus.
They ought to have a course up here, possibly for parents learning to pack to come to and from the college. I would be their first enrollment. Okay, Steph, if you can move on through. You got it?
Yeah, you get it?
Okay, sweetheart. You got the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we got this job licked. I'm excited because I'm away from home. I'm on my own the first time, and I can do what I want to do. So it's exciting. I think I'm gonna have a good time.
It feels comfortable. It feels homey. The people here have been just super. They've answered a lot of questions. I've had a lot of questions. And they've just gone out of their way to make us feel at ease, to let us know that he's going to be safe here.
Part of the process of welcoming students and parents to Albion is the college's Spring Orientation and Registration Program. It begins to prepare students for life at college well before they arrive on campus as freshmen.
Before he was even out of high school, he'd already take his placements test. He knew what classes he was going to have. He was registered for classes. He had met his professors and talked with them, knew what books he had to have. Just really organized. I couldn't believe it.
Adapting to college life means learning to live with a roommate. It's one of the most valuable experiences students will encounter. During the freshman year at Albion, students can expect to share a room. The residence halls are co-ed with separate sections for men and women. Some of the residence halls have 2-room suites for 4 people, and all offer lounges, recreation rooms, and study rooms. One place all Albion students come to know well is Baldwin Hall. It's the campus dining hall where meals are served continuously from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. This is the center of campus life, the quadrangle. Around it are most of the academic buildings where Albion's 1,600 students spend their time.
It's often been said that beauty is the silent teacher, that you surround students with beauty, architectural, natural, artistic, and it promotes a consciousness of beauty, of striving, of excellence, and plus it is just a very nice place to be.
¿Y la duquesa? ¿Sí? De acuerdo. De acuerdo. Excelente.
The classroom experience really defines Albion College. The average class size is 19 students.
Poner, tú. Pones. Salir, nosotros. Salimos, sí.
Professors know that their primary assignment is teaching, and they approach that mission with enthusiasm. And they're well qualified. 95% of Albion's faculty have doctoral degrees or the highest academic degree in their fields. They are also active scholars and researchers who enjoy sharing their research with interested students. Steve Malinek experienced that process firsthand during a summer research project with chemistry professor Dennis Gaswick.
It was just a great opportunity. I learned a lot. I very much enjoyed being here with him. He gave me a feel of pretty much what graduate school will be like. I mean, the hours that it will take, the thought processes behind the things that we do. It was just a great experience overall. And we did conclude enough that he is going to publish what we came up with this summer. So that's very exciting for me. When he was typing it up, he had, my name and his name on the same line, as by, Dennis Gaswick and Steve Malinek. It was very exciting for me.
These kinds of opportunities abound at Albion. Students find them in the biology department, where there is ongoing research into the aging process in sharks. Plus, there's sophisticated equipment, including 2 electron microscopes, to bring the world into the sharpest possible focus.
When I looked at Albion as a freshman and I found out they had an electron microscope, it's one of the main reasons I decided to come to Albion. And right now I'm looking at cross-section of Dukesia, which is an invertebrate. I've been able to use these skills in 2 summer internships, one at Northwestern University in Chicago and the second at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota.
Internships provide opportunities for students to focus on the future. They take what they learn in the work environment and blend it with their classroom experience.
Because of my internship, when I came back to school the fall of my junior year, I really I had more confidence in some of my classes, and I did well, and I got to share my experiences with my professors, and they understood where I was coming from, and I got to show them, what I had published, because I got my name in print a couple times, and that was really fun. And I think it helped enhance, my classroom experience, the fact that I had already done something so early in my college career.
At Albion, the term classroom doesn't necessarily mean notebooks and chalkboards. At the ceramics facility, students are learning the Japanese art of raku. Inside, it's a lesson in patience, throwing pots for the first time.
Like a lot of water. You'll have to eventually learn to do it a little drier.
And over in the corner, Angeline Kramer is tackling an enormous project with primitive tools, but boundless creativity.
Everything I've done up to now has been real small and delicate, and my professor has told me that I had to take 170 pounds of clay and sculpt it only with a 2x4 and with this. And that's just one example of how they push me, because they won't let me do what I've always done. They're making me do something completely new and different.
Where I went to graduate school, there were 150 undergraduate students and 2 teachers, and they basically chased the teachers around the room all day long, and you could never get a question answered. You could never have someone sit down with you and really talk about where you, the student, needed to be going or any of those things. So I just find that I wish that I had had this experience as an undergraduate student. I went to all large state universities, and this is a wonderful school.
From an ancient craft to the most modern technology, In this accounting class, students are using the computer, not simply as a data processor, but as a problem-solving tool.
It's a business simulation where I group the students into teams and they run a make-believe business. They learn accounting in the context of a kind of a fun situation. To me, nothing is more pleasing than to walk around campus and see students huddled over their financial statements, spending a lot of time learning accounting, and they don't even know it.
Studying the liberal arts at Albion means opening yourself up to other peoples and cultures, exploring their triumphs and their tragedies, and feeling the impact of that upon your way of thinking. The college sent a study team to South Africa for a first-hand look at the repercussions of the apartheid system.
Who are the only blacks in South Africa authorized to carry weapons? School teachers.
One of the many benefits of that visit is that a member of the study team now teaches this class on South Africa.
You can show students pictures that you took and play them interviews that you made with people on the spot. It gives a kind of life to the subject that the students pick up on. And the South Africa course is much livelier this time than it was last time I taught it. And part of it's because I've been there 3 times now and they pick up my sense of excitement. And also it's something I think that we really want to do in all of our courses, but it works particularly well here, and that is to convince our students that we're still learning, that the learning process is something that starts now, but it carries on through life, and that sort of preparation for lifelong learning, I think the best place for them to pick that up is a role model of somebody who still finds it exciting to learn.
Okay, give him some room. Give him some room. Oh, Sasha, that's okay. Good throw.
Learning certainly isn't limited to the classroom or the laboratory. In fact, Albion actively promotes a kind of education which can only happen in the community, and that is learning through volunteerism.
The emotion that you see on the person that you're helping, it just can just be a smile and you know that their day is made. And with the Special Olympics Training Day, you can see it with the volunteers too. I mean, some people that you would never believe would volunteer, they come back to you afterwards and say, I want to volunteer, what other opportunities do you have?
Way to go, nice job. Good job. Way to do it.
I had a good time.
All right, Tina, you want to do it again?
Better.
I volunteered in high school, but since coming here, Special Olympics is about the biggest thing I've ever volunteered to do, because this is you get individual one-on-one contact. You actually get to play with them and have fun with them, and they like you. And
there you go.
tell them, look at them and say, you're number 1. Show them you're number 1. Do it. There you go.
Other opportunities to learn take Albion students far off campus, traveling and studying across the United States and around the world.
I went to Honduras, in the town or pueblo I stayed in was called Cofradilla. I was working on archaeology at a site called La Sierra, and it was called a peripheria site to the Mayan Indians. And so there were 9 undergraduates, and we were doing graduate level work. We were doing our own projects, our own digging, and technically I've done enough work if I wanted to possibly write a master's.
Whether it's choosing to study in Honduras or selecting a major, Albion students find they'll get advice, plenty of it, from their professors and faculty advisors.
You may actually get to know a student when you are talking to him or her about what courses are being taken for a particular semester. But in the best case scenario, the relationship goes beyond that and you get an idea of what this person's intellectual interests are over the longer haul, what matters to him or her, what things move him or her, what goals and ambitions he or she has. And that is pretty much standard here, in my opinion, that faculty really care about their students.
More than 33% of Albion students go on to top graduate and professional schools immediately after graduation. With the assistance of the college's placement program, other students gain positions with government agencies, arts organizations, and leading corporations. Pre-professional programs such as the Gerstacker program in professional management are one of the reasons for Albion's career placement success. The Gerstacker program combines the liberal arts with professional management skills and work experience through internships. This student is spending a semester exploring issues of occupational health and safety at a manufacturing plant.
All those in favor of passing the ordinance, please signify by raising your right hand.
Welcome to a meeting of the fictitious City Council of the fictitious city of Bolton. These students are participants in the Gerald Ford Institute for Public Service, and they're getting first-hand knowledge of running a government.
City needs money, it's obvious. We need to bring businesses here. Gambling is a way to do it.
Will this plan require any rezoning for the city?
Tonight, they're debating handguns and gambling. It's preparation for careers in government, media, law, and any other area of public service. Didn't understand a word of that? Well, just visit Albion College and ask somebody to do Yo Triumphi. It's a classic part of school spirit and a must at homecoming. At Albion, there's a variety of sports activities for both men and women, including competition in NCAA Division III intercollegiate athletics. The Dow Recreation and Wellness Center gets a lot of use for intramural games, for phys ed classes, or just a regular day's workout. And the pool is open to casual swimmers, as well as members of Albion's swimming and diving team. Plus, it's a great stress reliever. Helps you put a new face on things. Here's another great place to unwind, the White House Nature Center. 125 beautiful acres right on campus. Or take a canoe from the boathouse for trips down the Kalamazoo River.
Ill-met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What jealous Oberon! Very skip hence I have forsworn his bed and
You can't help but be involved in some kind of organization on campus, and because you are, there's always going to be activities on campus to do because you're involved in that group, whether there's like a dance or there's a party or there's some function that's going on or some service project. I mean, your weekends are filled.
There's a real camaraderie which students find at Albion College. It's not just among friends and classmates, but with professors as well. That spirit, combined with the faculty's dedication to teaching, makes Albion a select institution among liberal arts colleges.
I think most of the faculty are extremely enthusiastic about those students who come here and want to learn and want to seek guidance from faculty. I think that there's no doubt that they get far more personal attention and guidance and interest from their faculty than they ever could at a bigger school. And I think that that's hard to put a price on, but it certainly is a great advantage that they couldn't ever even hope to enjoy at a large university.
for someone who loves people and wants special attention and just wants to get involved and get the most out of their 4 years, I think it's the best school around.